What up, everyone? Joe Fucarino, Therapy Without a Degree. I Am Zain Studios is here. Whoop, whoop. What's up? And we got Jason in the building. Let's go, Jason Enrique.
Yeah, we're gonna have that.
That's your real name, right?
It's my first and middle name.
What's your last name?
Mother
Oh, okay. I can't say. I can't. Nah, because I was going to say, man.
His face was priceless.
Because
White people pronounce it
Madrigal.
No, see, white people don't even try it. That's the thing.
I've heard it all.
Madrigal. And how do you pronounce it?
In Spanish, it's Madrigal.
Madrigal. There's a D in there. Yeah. Okay, that'll help me. That'll help.
You guys see the movie Encanto?
Yes, I did. I didn't say their name.
Of course, y'all go right to a movie.
No, of course. I actually use movie reference.
This is going to be his new last name. It's just Magic. Jason Enrique Magic.
Jason Enrique.
It's his new last name. It's his new last name. But all right, so we here, chapter, I think this is chapter 225. Chapter 225 episodes. That's a lot of fucking episodes, man.
It's not 200.
Yes.
It's not 200.
Yes, it is. What do you think we were in?
300.
No.
It's not?
No, we're not in the threes yet.
Are you serious?
Nope.
I thought we were in the 4, actually.
No. We're chapter 225. We would have been at, like, if we never took that long break, we would have still only been in like 275.
Oh man.
Actually, no, I'm lying. Like 260s.
We gotta speed this shit up. We gotta do like a podcast. We gotta do like 5 a day.
I'm down.
And then just
do 2
whatever
a week?
we need to get to 300.
Actually, so I do have that on my list. I was telling you about it in the DMs. I think I'm gonna start venturing out to the city more.
Yeah, you told me that.
So I think I'm gonna start venturing out to the city more because I have mad people that are in the city that, haven't been on the podcast. Like, can you believe like Lee has not been on the podcast yet?
That's crazy. We gotta bring him on. He
like,
dropped some gems.
Goonie hasn't been on. Slim hasn't been on. Like
because of the music therapy, I think that's what it was.
No, it's really the location. It's tough. It's
yeah. Well, we would have to
Jersey.
go to New York City to
Yeah, you hear his voice just went down.
No, I'm the one that brought up the idea. What do you think? I'm the one that brought it up. I said we should go to New York more. It's just going to New York, man. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just because I'm driving or bringing gear. Yeah, last time we had done that, we actually got dropped off.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I've been like kind of bougie lately.
You want a bus?
I've been taking like lifts and shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. Nobody taking no damn bus, man.
Yo, I did that shit. So I met up with Imani to do the thing, and I took a lift to go meet him. But then we took the bus home. But then I had the gig at Uptown Shots for the McDonald's gig. I took a lift there and back
to New York.
Yeah.
Of course. Listen, I'm either driving to the city and now I actually pay for parking.
Oh yeah.
I used to, if I can't find nothing on the street, which I'm not even stressing that, because the signs is like a fucking math problem that you need like a degree to figure out. 100%. So then I said, you know what? I'm gonna find a parking garage. How much for the hour? Blah blah. Yep. I'm just gonna pay that. So I have to go into New York, whatever gig. That's the money that's paying for the parking.
100%.
That's it. Like if I'm especially for gigs, if I'm going to the city, that there's gonna be the toll that's included, as well as the parking fee.
And honestly, yo, like the Uber and stuff was almost the same as the toll, the gas, and the parking.
So you good.
Just to be real, like, yo, I spent $100 that day, round trip, right?
Oh my God, that's a lot, man. I don't think
round trip.
Because what do I pay? I think it's like 30. I pay like a 30 and then a 15.
And then
so
gas.
It's like, well, mine is the gas.
No, you have to include gas.
I mean, if you include the gas, but not like immediately including the gas. I'm looking at about 45, right? And then if I include the gas, that let's say 15, you're looking at what 60?
Yeah. It's an extra 40 for not having to drive.
Right.
I mean, y'all.
I'm looking at $60 opposed to an extra 40, which is not having a car and all that.
Yo, I'm not, because I've tested it, and you know, even for me, like the one gig I did round trip, I made $200 that day for the gig, right?
Right.
So I spent obviously half of it, you know, doing the transportation, but I was like, you know what, like, yo, that convenience, bro, of like, because you know, I've done it too, even because over the summer I had to go out there a few times, and I did the bus thing, or I even drove and I did the parking thing. Yo, carrying around all that luggage and you know all the gear and stuff is a lot. So I'm like, yo, sometimes I'm not gonna lie though, yo, and you get home like an hour sooner. That shit is not that bad. Like sometimes it's worth the fucking money, you know.
Especially when you get dropped off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a whole nother. Yeah, and
you
get dropped off taking the Uber. It's just so much easier.
So I did that for like actors and whatnot, and then like, oh my, like it was like royalty. Yeah. Like I literally sent it out, bring them back, and then I was like, you know, I'm gonna take it. You thought I was just gonna let you just come out here without getting taken care of? Obviously, I knew that in advance. I had like a whole budget, like specifically for that. Yeah,
and that's how I'm trying to now curate my stuff. Is like, you know what? I'm gonna at least do half. Like maybe I can't do both. I'm gonna at least get an Uber there, or at least I know I'm getting an Uber home. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Or you take the bus.
Well, no, that's always the second option.
Take Port Authority, right, which is $6 to come here, and then take a lift from Jersey home. It's cheaper.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's what I would recommend.
Either way, you know. But because man, like we live so close to the city that it's just like, you know, I used to go to the city a lot when I was younger, just because I had to because of the bus. So like, I would get out of work so late that I would have to go to the city just to get home back to Jersey. And I used to kick it with Anthony all the time. But I was like, yo, as a creative, I'm not going to lie. Like, we're really spoiled that we're this close and that we don't go out there as much. And we haven't really needed to. You know? Like, we've been staying pretty busy over here. But that's kind of, like, very rare.
And I do want to do a lot more work in New York because you do get a lot of gigs and opportunities out there. But the issue is, like, you have to, some of the opportunities in New York, the reason why people live in New York, they'll be like, there's a gig happening. You have an hour to get
exactly. Val's been getting a lot of those. Like, right. Val's been getting a lot of
like that's why, like, oh, if I'm in the city and then the opportunity is in an hour or 2 hours, whatnot. Granted, we are still good where we're at. We're still good to get that opportunity. The issue is it's more convenient if you live in the building there, but it's just too expensive.
Exactly. It's really crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But you just got to, like, I can't live in a sardine apartment for X amount of years on opportunity, and I feel like it's counterintuitive on the money that you make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're making these opportunities, getting these gigs, but then you're still living in a sardine.
Yeah.
I don't want to live like that.
We're close enough. Like, we're close enough.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're close
I got
enough.
space, like, you know?
You know, it's really not that bad. Like, sometimes, honestly, sometimes it takes more people longer to get a home to other boroughs than it does for us to get back to Jersey. So, like, like, I've been trying to be out there a lot more. Shout out to, you know, my guy Ricky and, you know, a lot of other dope individuals that I've been meeting out there, like, that have been getting me, you know, jobs and connects, and just meeting a lot of really dope creatives out there. Like, there's a lot. Obviously, it's New York City. There's a lot of creatives. I actually went this past week, and I was going to get back into it. Is like, that's another thing is that, you know, New York is now finally back open, which is great, you know, like, which is really, really good.
Well, now it's also, I don't know, with the whole fucking, they're trying not to say it's like a terrorist attack, but shit. It's like
what happened today,
it's
right?
Like a mini lockdown going on.
Were you saying about what happened today?
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know, that's what I was going to get into. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But because that kind of like is a whole other topic. But the fact that it's like open now,
right?
You know, is like we're able to go out more with the whole, you know, without the vax stuff and all that. So it's really cool that it's finally now back open so we can get to work. Like, I went Saturday it was a fundraiser, and it was an autism awareness comedy event. And it was really dope.
Oh, sweet.
It was cool.
Any comedy related stuff, you gotta let me know, because I'm like, I tell people I used to do stand up, they don't believe me. And I'm just I was like, they're like, are you gonna ever go back? I was like, I don't know, because of this whole, not that I'm gonna still do it in the future, but like the cancel culture shit is not gonna affect me, because you could get away with that. You could say, this is how you say it.
It is.
It's the delivery.
It's 100% how you say it.
It really is.
But that whole group that I've been like working with out there, they're all comedians.
Oh,
so
even
that's
better.
Yeah,
oh, they're gonna love me.
That's how they got into doing what they do.
Right.
Because they were all comedians, so podcasting was like so into their lane that they started, and then film as well. Like but a lot of them all started rooted from comedy.
Okay.
So it was a really dope act. It was like five of them. It was really, really funny. The funniest one was this girl. She was like, yeah, she's like, I'm on all the dating apps, LinkedIn, Cash App, Venmo. Like, it was a good time, bro. Like, I really did wish you came out, because it was
You didn't tell me.
I didn't think you would. And you were working. You were working. That was a
that was a good one. That was a good cover.
It really is.
That was a good save.
It really is. It was Saturday. You were working.
Oh, yeah. I was working till what time? What time did you go to the comedy
show? It was 2 p.m. You were working. It was dead ass was in the middle of the day.
He was like, thank God he was working.
I'll be inviting you places.
No, you have.
And then you just
definitely didn't tell me about that one.
Well, because you were working. Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you. But yeah, it was 2 p.m. and it was fun. But yeah, that was like the funniest joke. There was a lot of other funny shit. But yeah, I actually now saved a lot of their profiles too, like to this certain way. Like I save profiles to like check back to like when there's events, more comedy events. So hopefully, we'll go to more of those.
Why we do it? Why have we never done? I mean, we did have a stand up, but like for like therapy, the live.
We did.
But
I
feel like we should have one like how we have music.
Comedy.
Just comedy, bro.
I was thinking that as well, but I feel like we were on that route until the pandemic happened.
The open mic could be like the conduit of like the starting of it, like because we always have like either like a rapper, not to say that they're not a poet or anything, and we have poetry. But I want to laugh. I don't want to cry. I almost cry.
We've had some funny comedians though too.
We have.
And we did the comedian thing.
The first time we out the gate, we had the
that was the first one.
Believe it or not, I'm not gonna get into that.
Because the first one's the Delaware joint.
I know, but I was just thinking about the name of the comedian.
Oh yeah,
and
funny story.
I
forgot about that, but that was really cool.
Started.
You know why, man? I'm not gonna lie, yo. Shout out to Joe Budden, man. Joe Budden gave me that idea because I went to a Joe Budden live podcast, and he had a comedian open up, and I was like, that was fucking genius. Like, it was so smart, bro. It was so because of the podcast is funny as well. The podcast isn't like crazy funny. Like even ours, we have our funny moments and stuff.
Right.
But like, bro, it was just such an epic idea. I was like, yo, I'm doing that.
That's a smart idea.
Rolling with it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't realize too. I forgot that I was on stage, what led into the whole story about the whole thing that I went through in the beginning. And I was like, wait a minute. They just always find people on stage.
100%.
I was like, that's how they do it.
It is.
That's how groupies start. Oh, God.
I don't know if we want to get into that. She's probably still listening.
I hope so. I hope they are listening. I don't think they are.
But shout out to them. Shout out to the comedians. All right. Get a little clap for y'all. Also, yo, shout out to this guy, man. Shout out to Zain. Still being consistent in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this guy has been.
People were like, why you keep putting days up? I was like, I'm going to keep putting that shit up.
I was trying to do the math, and I was like, yo, this guy. I was like, I don't know. Was it that many days?
Yeah.
You're a beast. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you times it, like, it's been like, it's almost going to be like the month.
Yeah. I guess time fucking flies, man. You're a beast. Keep at that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Told you the weeks be flying.
Yeah, 100%. What else happened this weekend? Oh, the same day that the comedy event was actually, it was 8 years that my mom passed. So, shout out to my mom. Maybe some people that are listening to this, some of y'all maybe have met her. And I put something on Facebook and Instagram, and a lot of people was like reacting to it. And I thought it was interesting about the whole like grief process, right? And I put, very honest, I was like, yo, it took me 4 years to like really, really realize that she was like still right there. Like obviously the grieving is you're always going to grieve. You're always going to be upset and stuff like that. And that was different. I don't even really talk about the grieving part of it. What I mean is like, some people will believe like when someone passes that, they're right there. It's still by your side. Some people don't believe in that shit. Some people, but for me, it took me 4 years, which some people will say is a long time. Some people might say is short. Whatever people say, it was like, that was me. So I just put that out there, and a lot of people were like surprised because they were like, oh, maybe that you would think that you would see it sooner, or you would see it later. But that was for me. So I just wanted to just say that here on this podcast as well, that, you never know. Sometimes it may take some time. Like someone could have passed and it could have been 10 years. Maybe you didn't see a sign yet, but just know that they're by your side, like 100%.
Amen to that.
Word. Today, and you heard about what happened today?
Yeah, I think I was on Instagram and whatnot, and someone had posted. It was just like a text message. There was no footage yet of like a shooting on the subway, and I was like, what? I thought it was the way they started the story. It sounded like it was just like it's like a random dude that just started to just a wild New York regular run of the mill story, because New York has a whole bunch of stories like that. But this one seemed like it was more tactical, and there was a smoke bomb, and then there were people just getting shot by this one shooter that they can't identify because they were wearing a gas mask as well. And I'm saying to myself, like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like this is one after another. We have a pending war, and then we have something going on over here. I don't know, man. It's just, I just find it like I'm glad the people are safe, but it's just like I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Like, yes, it's open, and like what a grand opening to the fucking city is just have this chaos going on. Yeah, like terrible timing, let me tell you. But it's just, I don't know, man. Like that's why I said I don't know if there's like gonna be like a mini lockdown, because it's not like they don't have military people at 3 p.m. before 3 p.m. Like we're talking like early in the morning, they always have like security guard, like military people. And then after that time, they're not there no more. This happened like in the close to the afternoon that this was going on. Early in the morning, bro.
Yeah, I forget. I think this was like 12:30.
Right. So this is like there's people, there's security and all that, and it's just like there's military people, whatnot around the trains. There's police that constantly do their patrols heavy, and especially in the morning time. So for this to happen is very bold.
Yeah, it was in Brooklyn. It says it was in Brooklyn. What even with the whole, obviously, if there was like any explosives or anything like that, that's on a whole nother like level. But like, what I was really thinking about this is just in general, right? Because like we hear about this shit every day about like the shootings and all that, and obviously we always talk about it every time that there is a massive one in like a school or anything like that. But like, this shit, especially like in the cities, this should be happening every day.
That's what I'm
saying.
You know
what I'm saying?
That's why you come desensitized when you hear shit like this. Yeah. Like I should be more like, oh my God, but I'm so like, not that this is calm. This is just like, once you happens all the time and you just kind of say it very desensitized. This is a very serious situation, but because it happens so often, this was kind of like one of those things that is like beyond what happens often. And it's very concerning. Of course. And I saw like footage of people getting out of the subway, and there's like smoke everywhere. And then people thought, was this like some bullshit prank or blah blah? Maybe the smoke is coming from the train itself, because New York has some weird ass issues sometimes. But then all of a sudden you're in one cart, and then he's like, oh, there's an active shooter. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And some people, they're really thinking, which is sad, and this also comes into therapy, is, am I willing to risk my life staying on this cart and waiting it out to go to work? I can't afford to lose the day at work. Yeah. I need to get to work. So you'll see, all right, they clear it out. All right, when is it going to be ready for me to be on this cart, this train, so I could go to work? Yeah.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people had to just keep going.
Exact. And that's where I feel like there's an issue. There's an active shooter. I have to put my poker face on and go to work. Yeah. 100%. Other places, like they take a little more attention to the mental care and that. Yeah. That's where the problems is happening. Yeah. So imagine being in a relationship, or being in any type, not like an intimate relationship, any type, like with your kids or whatnot, and you just have to just dust off and then just continue and not, and those things builds up into major issues.
Yeah.
You either become really cold where you're not feeling, you feel very desensitized, which you'll have people walking over homeless people, and then you'll have people who are so broken they don't know what to do, who to talk to. This is one of those situations where it's just like, all right, I went to work, and what happened? This crazy thing happened, and I'm going to work the next day. Is this issue gonna be taken care of tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like it's just a regular New York episode of what the fuck.
What made me like when I heard this, like what I instantly thought of, man, is, you know, when I think about this shit, all I keep thinking about, man, is fucking Jaylene. You know, like I be always thinking about that shit, like, you know, kids just having to walk around and you just never know, and like, you know, obviously there's always adults too, but sometimes you just never fucking know what's gonna happen, you know, in life. And you know, obviously you can't change any of that, you know, because that's just life and that's just the things that happen. And you do have to, unfortunately, you know, keep going through it. You can't just, you know, you can't sit there and cry about it. You got to be able to work through it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, what could we all do to just like try to make moments like this fucking not happen? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Preventing it is inevitable, right? It's how we respond to the situation that needs more work, because you're not gonna prevent rain from coming.
Yeah.
But you can prepare for what clothes you wear, so that way you don't get wet.
Yeah. But how do you prepare for shit like that?
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't. But you could prepare to respond to the response. Like, for example, mental stability. You know what I'm saying? You just went through that's something to prepare, so that way when it happens again, like, you now know how to process that through the week, because that happened to you. Not, just dust it off. That's how you become more broken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we just have to, like I said, like, if it rains, we can't prevent the rain, but we can wear a raincoat. You know what I'm saying? We know where to go get a raincoat, get the rain boots and whatnot. It's more accessible. I feel like in terms of the mental health and the crisis situation, we don't have an outlet. Like, I was like, I went through some traumatic stuff today. I'm gonna call this number, or I'm gonna go to this place. You know, there should be like a crisis therapy center for when you go through stuff like this. You could go there, set up an appointment, have someone to talk to, whether it's over the phone or in person. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's something that's worthwhile to even consider, because it's just, I don't know, like, I can't just go to work the next day knowing that I've gone through that. Maybe that's just me, or I've been more, I guess, not to say respectful of, I guess, my mental health, but more so, I know, like, all right, let me take care of this before I go into the fold again, because I'm not gonna function. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a little off. Like that's like if I witnessed something real close, just boom, just blow up, or this, that, and the third. Like, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to process that.
No, I definitely.
I can't just run through that. That's just not. It's not a healthy response, and we just need to work better on doing that response. And then for the people who were affected by this directly, they need somebody to talk to. Instead of thinking, I'm just gonna rub some dirt on it and go about my day. Yeah. This 100%. Is not a norm. This shit does not happen every day.
Yeah.
So you tell me that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like they just need some. There needs to be an outlet.
Yeah, sometimes it says at least 16 people were injured, 10 of them shot after a gas mask set off in a canister, smoking open fire. Now, I definitely agree, man. That's actually a good point. I wasn't even really thinking about that. So that was definitely a good point, you know, to bring up. Like, I was really thinking about more of, like, you know, preventive ways. But it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like you said, shit's always going to happen, really, at the end of the day. So it's like, what do you do afterwards? But my thing is, man, at least on the flip side is, like, you know, obviously there's always shit that's going to happen.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I feel like we can just overall, you know, slowly, it ain't going to happen overnight, but I think we all could, you know, each individually do something to help prevent it. And I think at the end of the day, man, it sounds so much more simpler than actually done. But it's like, being a better role model, man, for people. You know, like, all in all, like, just, I think we all just, as individuals, man, we have to be better role models to everyone we possibly can be. You know, as hard as that sounds, and you know, to our loved ones, because it's like when I see shit like this, and I'm not even talking about like this, because this is obviously on a major scale. But this has made me think about every single day. Like, you know, I was even having a conversation with one of our mutual friends, you know, and they were like, you know, how they grew up, you know, very close to us, and you know, the Newark, Irvington area, and they were saying about how a lot of their friends got, you know, killed and murdered and stuff like that, and they were trying to like tell me like, and I was like letting them like, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not new to me. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Lodi. Lodi wasn't Newark, but it's not new to me, right? And it's sad because it's a small town. We all probably know somebody that was probably connected to somebody that did some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of my point. Is like, you know, if we all are somehow in our own way trying to be the best we could be, and be a role model, and maybe just try to do our best to like get it out to those people, man, because a lot of times, like, these people that are doing this stuff and shooting people.
That's crazy that you have it connected to your phone.
Yeah. You are live on the podcast. Oh, what's up? What's up?
You have the cable?
I can't. I don't have the dongle. What's up?
Don't. Oh, man.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the stuff that happened in the city today.
Can you put the call on here?
Hold on 1 second, actually. Let me. Hold on. Let me call you on the laptop.
I was like, that saves
that makes
so
sense.
Much. This whole time, Joe.
Hey.
I look like Tokyo from Money Heist.
The call goes to the man.
Money Heist. Let's go. Look at that.
Hey, what's up, Jackie?
Hello.
Oh, wait, there's Zane. Where is he? There he is.
Looking like a Black Waldo in the corner.
Look like, wait, what?
Black Waldo.
With the orange hat.
The orange hat.
I was like, wait a minute, what? But now we were talking about what happened today in the city.
What you guys think about that? That's scary, honestly.
We just said what we think, but we want to know what you think about it.
Honestly, I don't want my kids going on the train anymore. Like, I actually want to go pick them up now, you know, but that's scary. Do you think it's a terrorist attack?
I feel like if I say anything, I feel like the whole podcast is gonna get deleted
because they listen to us. Jack.
They definitely listen to us, but I don't want to rule it out as saying it was a terrorist attack because that was the first thing that they did say. But technically speaking, it would be considered a terrorist attack.
Right, there was like scale. Smoke inside the train station, like inside the train track, whatever you call that.
Right, it sounds more tactical, to be honest. Just to see people's response time, because you add the smoke and then you pretty much hide who you are. And I was like, what I'm afraid of what's gonna happen is that mainly people are gonna copycat this because you put smoke and then you just go into this place and you just, you know.
Yeah, but for like, I'm just saying for just a regular person to just get all those type of equipment, you get what I'm saying? I mean, a gun, they could find that anywhere.
Right.
That's whatever. But I'm talking about that kind of smoke. Like, it looked crazy. It looked like I don't know.
You could get those from PA.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Because Jersey, not so much. But now, you know, we have at my job, we sell smoke bombs. I feel like that's going to get taken away. I feel like they're going to probably make us.
But then again, like, what a normal person or a regular person like me and you is going to buy a smoke bomb for what? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Why do they even have that display out there?
Film.
That's to be for people that, like, pregnant, literally go to war or whatever.
The baby shower. They have baby showers. They have, like, different color smokes and whatnot.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it.
So, but they do have gray ones. They do have different color ones, but nonetheless, it still has that same effect. So, it has to go through. There's a code, like I think it's like BFATF, or I forgot the name of it. But there's a division that actually mandates, like you obviously can't sell to minors and whatnot. There's certain things that they rule out. So now that there's places that are selling in Jersey, which is like a major thing, they might actually pull that back a little. And they can't sell anything at the moment because of in light of what's going on.
So nobody knows who did it or anything?
No, they were wearing a gas mask. They had smoke everywhere. No one could identify. If anything,
gas mask?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
So they could literally take it off and walk out with everybody else like it was a heist or something.
Yeah, what's a movie shit? That's a sorry for even cursing. That's a movie.
Oh no, we
That's
fucking
a
curse on
movie.
here all the time.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, yeah,
like the
literally
heat.
a
Oh
movie.
yeah, just like heat. Like
Yo, but so what I was getting at, he was basically saying, not to like for anyone that's listening to this, just he was talking about how everyone that just went through this needs some like mental health support, you know, because after going through stuff like this, right?
yeah, there needs to be like a crisis center for like therapy. Like you just call in and say, listen, I just went through this. I can't just go to work the next day without talking to somebody to process what I just went through, because that affects your work and affects how you interact with people. Like you thought like this was it. That's the end. No one goes about their day thinking like, oh, this is it. Like that's like a little eye opener for some people. Like I'm sure someone who never gone through that in their life.
Exactly.
No one's ever experienced that, and then all of a sudden, like, is this a drill? Is the train smoking? Is that on fire? And then all of a sudden, someone says there's an active shooter. I wouldn't know. I would freeze.
Yeah, some of their lives are probably never ever gonna be the same.
Right.
But you know what's so crazy? That nobody recorded inside.
I mean, it was probably that crazy.
I'm sure.
I mean,
I'm
who
sure
the hell
there
is gonna?
is.
Well, yeah, I'm
They
going
didn't
crazy
post
because
it.
yeah.
But so what I was saying, Jack, it's actually interesting you called because we're also going to do something. We're also going to talk about something that you sent me. But before we get into that, what I was kind of just was saying, I'm going to close it out with that is, like because me and you talk about a lot of this stuff too, like stuff to be happening in, like in the Bronx and, all different places. There's shootings happening every single day. Things happening every single day. So what I was kind of saying is I think at the end of the day, like it sounds so much more easier to say it, but I think a lot of us just need to be better role models, yo. And, better like parents and better friends and all that, because we are connected to somehow to these people. Like there's good people connected to these people that are doing this fuck shit. Like there's people that are doing a lot of this wild shit in the streets every day that we see on these videos. But guess what? They probably have a cousin that is not doing shit like that. A cousin that is maybe doing real estate, a cousin that is not, but it's like at the end of the day, you can only do so much, like you got, when you have certain family or certain friends or just maybe they're not doing the things that you're doing, but that they're like not going down the best route. I just think we just need to be more of that role model and more of that supportive person,
right?
And sharing our beliefs and things like that to maybe help those people. Like I have friends that they have family that their family is completely opposite from them.
That's usually the case.
They're completely like their family's in the streets still.
Or the opposite.
Yeah. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like I think if we just try to do the best we can do.
I mean, you always have to try your best to help out your significant other, which is family, not family. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to be supportive in which way, but then again, it's like you support but so much. Whether it's like, you have a person that has addiction, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the same way they are affected, the person in the other side is super affected too.
Yeah.
So it's like, like we don't talk about we talk about only the person that is going through what they're going through. But then again, we don't talk about the parents that got to go through, all these crazy stuff and with their kids because they're, what I'm saying?
We talked about that last episode.
Oh, you see, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
I gotta get on
last
it.
episode. That's exactly what we mentioned. Because we were
that we go through all those crazy emotions because of the situation that they're in. You know what I'm saying? And you want to do but so much, but you really can't.
Yeah.
Because they have to have that initial like helping themselves as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a whole side to that people don't even talk about. The people that are there for the addicts and stuff like that. Yeah, we were talking about that last week. Go check it out.
I gotta get on.
Yeah, if you're listening,
I gotta get on
watching.
Yes, guys, get on it. Don't be like me, please.
He's stupid. Now we're putting this. I'm screen recording this, so we're putting this.
Oh
video.
my God, no! I don't even no. No.
We gotta blur out Jackie's face.
Please, because I look crazy. And then me, I be doing like crazy facial expressions. Like no,
that's the best.
Yeah, that's the cover. That's gonna be the cover. That's gonna be the cover art.
Oh man! So you guys were just talking about that, or just briefly
that's what we were heavy on that.
We were just talking about that, and then, so the TikTok or the reel you sent me about the girl saying men have to have 2 out of the 3.
What do you think about that? That had me crying.
No, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Like, do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Listen, I swear, but it's the same thing with women. Like, we.
Where my gunshots?
Yeah, where they at? Where they at? I'm gonna add it to my little 3 buttons over here.
No, that actually the thing that I sent you, it was like very interesting because it's like whether it's a guy or a girl, I feel like we always gonna miss something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're not gonna be perfect. So whether like let me say, I'm gonna say an example. Like somebody told me the other day, like, oh, you know what I found ugly about you? Your toes.
Wait,
I'm like, okay.
Wait, someone said that about you?
Yes, like you. That's the only thing I can say that you have ugly. It's just a friend.
Oh no!
But it was just funny. Like, regardless of what, like we go out here, like we're not gonna be perfect. We're not gonna find perfect partners or perfect friendship or perfect, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I do get it, but it is what it is.
But here's the funny. There's a formula to it because those are like the 3 common things. So you can't avoid it. So you can say what you want, but the top 3 things you could talk about. Any guy that you find attractive, the first thing materialistic wise, right? You're gonna see that they look handsome because that's what that sparks the interest, and then they have to have some money, which they like visually it looks like, oh, they got some bread. They know how to take care of themselves, so they must have money.
Right.
So there's 2 things.
But that's not always the case.
But that's not always the case. But those top 2 are the first one that walk through the door. And then the third one, which is the faithfulness, gets swept underneath the rug. Like, so you'll have a guy who's faithful, who's good looking, and guess where those guys go? Right to the friend zone.
But don't have money. Like, that's what she said. But they don't. What was it? Yo, you gotta
I
put
said
the
they'll be
example
faithful and handsome, and then yet they just go right to the friend zone, which is interesting because they like y'all ladies put those dudes on layaway until y'all get older, and you're like, you know what? I think I'm done playing these games. Let me go to the guy who's handsome and who's faithful. Because here's the thing, the faithful part is something that you have to be with them for a long time. You have to that's a long-term investment. I feel like there's a lot of people in this culture that are looking for very fast food related stuff, and the fastest food is going to be the visuals. So it's going to be the handsome guy and the fast money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to have some bread. That's the top 2 things. The faithful thing is something that you have to actually build a bond with the person over time to see if they're faithful. If you're not waiting to see if they're faithful, then that means you're just.
Then my thing is like we're grown ups. Like, why can't we just talk and be like, all right, are you a loyal person? Like, do you like to have multiple partners? Like, there's a way to like fucking talk about it. Why do I have to run with you to see if you fucking faithful? Like, it doesn't make sense sometimes.
Some people they don't
know.
give the blind faith like that. That was blind faith. There's people that just like they don't even care to give the blind faith.
I don't even think half these women out here even care if men are faithful. They just say that because it's supposed to make them not look like a hoe.
What you mean? I fucking care. I am very like I want what mine.
Oh,
like ain't nobody want to share. Like what you talking about?
Yeah, that's what y'all
say. But that's loyalty. That's not faithfulness. Faithfulness is making a choice to stay with that person only, and but also believing. But
you don't think that falls? You don't find that
faithful if they gain 50 pounds and they're broke?
Ooh, that because it affects their handsomeness. So they better have some money. You gonna tell me a person? I got something for you, Jackie. What do you think? Let's paint the picture in Jackie's head. All right. What do you think?
Me?
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
You're here.
What do you think a person that is faithful and has money look like?
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Wait, give it. I have faith that she has a picture.
Honestly, like
exactly.
I have found like. Okay, can you ask me the question again? Because now
exactly. Because you don't know what to say.
Yeah, you gotta think hard.
I just asked you, what do you think they look like? What does that person look like in your head? Someone who has money and who is faithful. What does that person look like?
Why do they need to be faithful?
But why? But I don't.
That's another question.
Like, I don't.
If they got money and they look good, why do they gotta be faithful?
Nah, cause
oh my god, this is a weird question. Because it's like I've seen how you say this? I've seen handsome and you got money, but you're not faithful. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
see,
it doesn't really like, I don't
So
know
you don't
how
have
to
a
explain
picture
to you.
in your head of what a person that is not handsome, who
Like,
has money and is faithful, and you don't know what they look like in your head. Okay, so that just proves my point that the handsome. So that means by default you gotta be handsome. It doesn't have to be a thing, but at the moment it's always gonna be faithful. So that means it's
my
either
personal,
gonna be handsome and faithful, or it's gonna be handsome and money. Those are the top two things.
honestly, I don't even care about the handsome or the physical. Like, I'd rather you have money and be faithful. Get what I'm going? Like, the physical is nothing for. I mean, at this age in time, like, I don't think physical is for. Like, I don't care about that. You got what I'm saying?
No, I
Like,
get that.
it's more about.
that's what
I'm
they
not.
all say.
I don't want your money. What you said, Joe?
Yo, that camera
I
shook
don't
so
want
hard.
your money, but I also want you to be faithful.
I said, that's
Wait,
what
I didn't
they
hear
all
you.
say. That's what they all say.
No, it's that. It's like I don't like when people ask me what's your type. I don't have a type. I feel like if I connect with you, I connect with you. But you have to have your own thing. You got your own thing going on. You got what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I want I'm a gold digger, but I expect the person that I'm dating have their own stuff too. You got
Talk
what I'm
your
saying?
shit.
Like, no, like, I got my own thing, but I want a person to spoil me some here and there. You got what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have that physical and be that Barbie for me to even like
Word.
have a conversation or try to be like attracted to you. I could be attracted to a person that is not even cute.
But how do you
But
visually show that? How do you visually show that you have money and you're faithful? Because you visually can't show faithfulness. But
you visually can't show that you have money because there's a lot of people that shows that they have money and they really have shit. You know how many actors I've seen with my eyes? You get what I'm saying? So it's like it really don't matter. Like you really got to get to know the person.
So
like you could act right now. You could act like you have $5 billion looking like you have. You get what I'm saying? Like and you really not that nigga. I mean that person.
Listen, I already dropped them N bombs. You good?
Woo! Sorry.
But no,
you get what I'm saying.
No,
like like people like really think about physical. Like physical for me is nothing.
All right, so what's
at this point?
All right, what is your percentages?
In terms of those three, right? So the people that you've dated or you've interacted with, so are they mostly handsome?
Well, let's not even go about the past. The past is the past.
Right.
What about the future?
That is like out of it. Out.
Actually, I would love to serve it.
No,
I would love to know what about the past.
I'm still standing by that question.
I would love to, but I would love to know, like, okay,
we could talk
ladies,
about the future.
What did y'all think he was before the relationship, and then what do y'all think? Like, what do you think? And then at the end of the relationship, and let's just see. That would be very interesting.
Oh, well, like what were they?
Yeah, like we started. Yeah, like we started the relationship, and I thought he was a faithful 70%.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody going to no relationship thinking that nobody's faithful. Like you said, Zain, like you have to get to know the person. Like I'm gonna look at you, Joe, and I'm gonna be like, let me see.
What do you guess?
Yeah, Joe is faithful.
60%. What do you think?
No,
you about to start a war.
You in a motherfucking 40%.
For a while.
Like,
Gunshots. 48.
40. So if people are gonna scale
and let me tell you, like people judgment doesn't really matter because a lot of people think that I have like mad.
I mean,
and in reality, I such a loner. It's so crazy, and you know me. Like
sounds sweet.
Yeah, sounds sweet.
Sounds sweet.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do on the Therapy Without a Degree page. I'm gonna just start posting photos of everybody, and we're gonna guess their level of faithfulness.
So no, it'd be like their handsomeness. That's
a good idea.
Money, and then their faithfulness. Like how much money do you think?
We're gonna put Jason on there.
Who?
Jason's a billionaire.
Jason is here. He can't hear you.
Billy.
He can't hear you, but he will when he listens back.
Okay, I don't know who's Jason. Do I know who's Jason?
You don't.
Hi, Jason.
First class.
Jackie says hi. He can't hear you.
Okay, Jason. I'm gonna give him his read. Let me.
Okay, yeah. What's his
read?
She's gonna give you the read. Hold on.
So what was the 3 categories again? So like
handsomeness.
Handsome, and he's. Are you married or no? No. Okay.
Okay, he took off his hat.
Yeah, he took off the hat. Let's go. So
he got the handsome.
Handsome.
He's got the handsome. What percentage?
what are the percent like?
We got
out of 100%.
Handsome. You are let's say 75, 80.
75
to 80. Okay.
That's a percentage, right? That's
Okay,
not bad.
That's not bad.
Now what is the
Faithfulness?
That's hard to judge, but it's a
that's
guess.
hard to judge, but I could give like what? 65?
65.
65.
Damn, so you're more faithful than me. All right. Yeah, that figures. Yeah, you are.
So everybody gets a 65%.
I don't even know you. I'm just guessing, you know. And then what is the other one?
And yeah, the last one is the money.
The money, like how much, like so 100% is
Oh,
meaning like they're financially good, and then
I could give him a 80 or 85.
80
He's
or
a sexy.
85. Okay, yeah, he's wearing Champion. Yeah, Champion's kind of pricey. That hoodie's at least $60.
I'm doing my own voices.
Right.
You're making your own sounds.
I said,
so faithful.
you heard me say?
Yeah.
So the lowest score was faithfulness.
The lowest was faithful. I love this.
You
game.
see, but you see how you how because his physical
Dictates his faithfulness.
You see what I'm saying? It does happen. Like it does happen. A lot of people think because you are a good looking person, you're really not faithful. Like me, when I want somebody, I am faithful. Like fuck all that extra stuff or like be with everybody.
What percentage?
Wait, can y'all judge me? Wait, hold up.
Hold on.
Yeah. Hold on.
I got this one.
Zay, you're gonna get fucked up, Zay. I already know you're gonna.
You don't know where we're at.
Shit.
You don't even know where we're at right now.
Oh my god! All right,
I hate you right now.
So we're gonna start with the hands, with beauty or handsome, whatnot, and then everything else, right? So I'm gonna say we'll say 80, 85, right?
Okay.
And then for what was the second one? For was it money or is it faithfulness? This is tough. I'm gonna say
Who wants to be?
I'm gonna say it's 90%. I feel like it's 90% because you've been pretty loyal with the podcast and helping out, and you can't really fake that. Like, cause I could see people who are like consistent or just bullshitting or just doing it just to do it. They make it cry. So I can see the faithfulness. And then the financial part, like I don't know. I could say maybe like 75. I don't know.
That's good.
That's good.
Because you have 3 kids.
Actually, that's good. And I pay all my credit cards. Let me boost it to 80.
Let's go.
Boom. What?
Let's go.
Yo, I love this game.
That's good. Actually, this is
That's
a
an
good thing
icebreaker.
for the podcast. Yes, I like that.
100%. All right.
What's Red Hat Joe got?
Red hat. Yeah. Nah, I don't have the red hat today.
The red hat.
They say when I wear the red hat, it's Toxic Joe.
Toxic.
Uh-oh.
That's hilarious.
I like that. You should have just a red hat moment. So we can just talk about toxic shit.
Word.
Oh yeah, where's the red hat? I don't even know where it is right now.
I think it's definitely
No,
in the room,
next
right?
episode you can wear the red hat and talk. We're gonna talk about toxic traits.
Toxic
traits.
traits.
We should do that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We gotta have Jeff
do you think
to the city. When we go to the
that
city
what?
and start interviewing people, we gotta have you there.
Yes, I'm down.
Hold on, I can't hear. Hold on, Jason, what'd you say? Let's go. See?
Jason
Oh,
nice. Let's get it.
Ching ching. You gotta put the ching 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 money. You see?
Sound, right?
You see? You see his money is on point. It's on point.
Shit, I should have put the profit up a little bit then on those ads. Okay. I mean,
the handsome percentage go up.
The handsome percentage go up.
If you're handsome, that means you're maintaining your body. So that means you got money. That's what it seems like. So, if you're maintaining your handsomeness, that means that you're maintaining your money.
So for you,
But isn't that in turn make it so that you're faithful to yourself, or just I guess consistency? Because there has to be consistency if you're gonna be faithful. There's no on and off.
I wonder.
Right. I mean, but you could be consistent with a lot of different things and non-consistent with other different things. Because I can say that with myself. You know what I'm saying?
Toxic. That's it.
I hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
I love this. This is definitely going up.
Oh, Dre would have been having a ball with this topic.
Yeah, Dre would have been loving this one. Yeah, Jack, this is definitely going up. Sorry, I'm already recording.
Oh my God, that was so crazy. But This is my new. I don't know if y'all. It's still not done. I'm gonna do it, but it's like getting back into like a mullet now. I don't know if y'all can see.
Okay, I see you.
I dig it. I dig it.
I really like it. I just gotta trim it really cute.
Jackie, if you know anybody that does locks, let me know because finding a person to do hair is like a mission.
Why are you letting your hair grow?
Yeah, that's why I've been wearing the hat.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know. I definitely will let you know. I don't know if you want to come to the Bronx, but
oh man, I'm gonna need a team.
I'm
a Jersey boy. I need to roll deep or something. Nah, I'm playing. I really do need to find one because I gotta get this taken care of.
Oh my God, this definitely made my day. I was calling Joe because I was like, yo, I haven't even called Joe in like weeks or spoken to him. I seen him. Yeah, I actually seen you the last time we went, to do that little project in the school.
Word.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Yeah,
it was like a month.
A month ago. Wow,
that's a long time.
Yeah,
right.
But we need to do a Cali trip again, like soon.
Oh yeah, that was a whole adventure.
Like, that was like one of the best.
Speaking of that Cali trip, they're removing that video. They actually made me remove it yesterday, so I have to re-upload it because the music.
What video?
Because there's a music. There's a track.
Imani's music. No,
it's a different one. It's a track I used for like the B-roll.
Oh, when you posted of us
like
when
a vlog.
In the vlog, and they took it down because of the music.
Yeah, it's funny. What's fucked up is I used that music for like 4 different videos.
So they took all of them.
Yeah,
down.
they're taking all of them down.
Yo, you know what? I
one on Vinny's Instagram.
Wait, but why you didn't put no copyright or whatever? They still take it down.
They don't care. They take it down, and they
even
take down videos that music that they provide on their videos.
So
like,
that happened to one of my in Instagram and one of my like videos that I had a lot of views. They actually took it off.
So I gotta redo it. So it's gonna sound maybe a little crazy because I don't have the original footage. So I'm just gonna do another song and throw it over it, and hopefully it doesn't flag. I don't know, but I downloaded it last night. I ripped it from YouTube before they could delete it because they were gonna delete it today. So we'll see. But Jackie, this was fun. Thank you for calling
guys.
in.
Thank you.
We will
definitely have fun, guys.
I'm gonna call a bunch of other women now and ask their percentages.
Yes. Definitely. I'm going to put the little chee. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Let's see what they say. I got one more. Call.
I feel like the views are gonna go up like extra. Oh, I was gonna say, Jason, you should have interviews some ladies, some filmmakers. Because I could refer you to some people that they'll probably be like virtual and whatnot.
I'm glad you said that because I'm already looking for people.
Yeah, her name is Nerdy Film Girl. If you could find her on IG, I did a podcast with her. She is movie buff. Like she knows her shit. And she actually has a podcast or a vlog.
Tracy?
Yes. Yep. Tell her that I sent you.
NYC Dreamer, filmmaker, movie nerd.
Yo, she knows her shit. It's funny as hell. Like I like having conversations with people who like film because I actually have so I know a person will make it with me, especially is if I'm throwing movie references and you actually get it.
Bro, I think that's why you and me get along so well, and that's why we had such a great conversation with the Tarantino episode.
Right, because we could refer to a movie, be like, oh, it's kind of like a guy doing this, and from this movie reference, like, oh shit, that's right. It's like it's hard to find people. Oh, I didn't see that. Movie.
And you know what's also crazy? Tarantino only has 9 movies. If he had a longer filmography, that episode would have been much longer.
Right. It would have. Oh my god! You would have had me for this. But So what I do have to see is the longer version of the Drive movie, the Kurt Russell one.
Death Proof. Yeah.
Death Proof, and also I have to see
Jackie Brown.
I'm probably gonna make the attempt to see that tomorrow because I have time. If not tonight, because I play video games on the side.
Okay.
And I just recently beat Little Nightmare, and that game was creepy as shit.
Okay. You could find Jackie Brown on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you could find Death Proof. It's funny. I was actually watching that the other day. It's on Pluto TV.
Pluto TV.
Yeah, you heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I never use it. Is that part of Peacock?
No, it's free. It's a free stream service. I think they do have ads while the movie's playing. So Like you can
like pop up in the corner or
no, like the movie will stop and then they'll do like a minute and 30 seconds of ads, like commercials, and then it continues back to the movie.
Oh, like regular TV.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what streaming is going nowadays.
Oh, they better not do that shit on Netflix.
No, well,
they better not.
No, because you pay for Netflix. Pluto is free.
Right.
Like IMDb is free. Like a lot of these free streaming services, you could want. They have a whole bunch of content on there, but the catch is they have ads.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, is Peacock free or no?
Peacock is free, but it comes with ads. But you could pay to have premium and not have ads.
What do you pay for? What's your streaming service that you pay for?
I got Peacock. I'm paying $5 a month. It does come with ads, but it comes with exclusive like content, like the movie that came out with J-Lo and Owen Wilson. When it came out in the movies, it actually came out on Peacock as well on the same day. So
really?
So you can watch certain movies that are available on certain streamings like on the day of. Same thing with HBO Max, but it comes at a little bit of a cost. If you want like the full package, like premium of Peacock, like no ads and like all exclusivity, it's just $10 a month.
Okay.
That's not bad, especially if you're not going to the theaters. Like if Batman came out at the same time as streaming, that would have been lit.
Yeah, and like you also have to kind of do your research. Like one thing I know is that I'm not a wrestling guy, but if anybody's like a huge WWF fan or WWE fan, Peacock is your thing because that's like an exclusive streaming service for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think they beat the record for the Oscars. No, the Super Bowl. The WrestleMania.
The reason I got the Peacock in the first place was because I wanted to watch the Super Bowl because I don't have cable. I stream everything.
Yeah, same thing here. Mm-hmm. Except I do have cable, but I just don't. Everything's streaming.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is that I also got Paramount Plus. So when Scream 5 came out, about a couple weeks later to a month later, it came out on Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's like a month later.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream 5 was that. What'd you think about that?
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. All right, when you see it,
when you do see it, we gotta have a conversation.
You know what I was actually thinking about, bro? I would actually love to hop on an episode of Coffee Critique, and there's got to be some new movies out there that I want to see that we can talk about. Like like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, I saw that literally Saturday.
I haven't seen it. Yo, this is funny. Get this. So I was telling my girl that I want to watch it, and she was like, "Man, I don't want to see that shit." And
that shit was lit.
Yeah, but then Cassandra, she said she posted something about like how it was like a box office record this weekend or whatever, and I was like, damn, I really wanted to see it. She's like, me too, and I'm like, I wanted to see it this weekend, but Yolisa was she said she didn't want to see that shit, and then Cassandra actually did me a solid. We actually kind of played a little bit of a game. I'll show you right now.
Oh, y'all canoodled.
Yeah.
Made it like, yeah, we should all go out.
No. I'll tell her. So this is what happened. So I said, Yolisa don't want to see that shit. LOL, her words. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to ask her to see it with me and see what she says. I'm going to mess with her. And then she sends me a snapshot of the text messaging. And Cassandra's like, hey girl, oh my God, let's go see Sonic. It topped at the box office. Happy emoji, happy emoji, happy emoji. And then my girl goes, ooh, okay, I'm down.
And you're like, are you fucking kidding me?
And then I go, LMAO, she's a fraud. And I was like, did you tell her about our little plan? She's like, no, what's the plan? I'm like, no, I mean, did you tell her that we spoke about Sonic and how she told me she didn't want to see it? And she was like, haha, ooh, I got you. I'm gonna tell her. And I'm like, okay, I was gonna tell her, but cool. And she's like, no, you tell her. It'll be funny if you do.
No, that movie was actually really good. Yeah. Like I liked the first one. I really liked the first one. But this one was better.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was okay. Yeah. This one topped the first movie. Yeah. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all do that? But it was just like they actually did an actual storyline that made sense. So that's why when you see it, we can talk about that.
Yeah. Instead, this weekend we ended up seeing The Lost City, which I thought was trash.
It was trash. Someone told me that movie was hilarious.
You know what? I know there was a lot of people that were laughing in the theater, but for some reason I just couldn't gravitate towards it.
No.
Were
you watching it as a movie goer, or
yes.
you even tried as a movie goer?
You know what? I didn't even attempt. Maybe I should have went in there with the trepidation and be like, you know what? Let me just see this for what it is, you know?
Right. Because I like Sandra Bullock, so seeing that movie and then that whole matchup of her and Channing Tatum, which is hilarious because that was the same thing with her and Ryan Reynolds.
You know what the problem,
this woman doesn't age.
You know what the problem is though for me personally, and I won't spoil it, but I feel like The reason why I didn't enjoy it as much is because I felt like I saw all the funny stuff in the trailer.
That's why I don't watch trailers. I didn't want to watch anything comedy related. I don't like watching. And I actually been avoiding Doctor Strange trailer as a whole because they keep releasing stuff. I just want to go into this movie not knowing anything.
I just literally found out that Sam Raimi directed it. So
That's why they made a major deal, and they said that this is gonna be more horrific. And if you saw the zombie part of Doctor Strange, that part of it made it look like Evil Dead. Like there's elements of his styling in that, like that whole thing kind of reminded me of Evil Dead Army of Darkness, the second one. Okay. Like that whole phase. Yeah. So like you can see. So I feel like when they do the horror aspect, because the movie's meant to scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I feel like
that's Sam Raimi's bread and butter.
Right. So he's like, what? I get to really go at it with this. So I know I'm completely. I have so much faith in this movie, but I need to probably reserve my ticket because Sonic. I almost didn't make it with Sonic.
I feel like we're doing coffee fatigue right now.
What's that?
Right?
I said that wasn't a mistake. You meant to call.
No, I actually meant to call you.
Oh, what's up?
So you're live on a podcast right now.
I'm on the podcast.
So you know, put it.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, it's weird. This thing is not. It doesn't access all my contacts for some reason at certain times. I don't know. Can you do me a favor? Can you call me right back?
Sure, I'll call you right back. Bye.
Call me right back. Let's see if it works like this.
So you can't call out, but they have to. What happened?
All
right, can you hear me?
Yes. So, all right, there was this video going around on Instagram and saying, ladies are just looking for men with only 2 out of these 3 things. The first thing is money. And hold on, where are you? I can't even see your face.
Oh, sorry. I'm at Top Golf.
You're at where?
Top Golf.
Top Golf.
Top Golf?
Yeah, Top Golf.
Yeah.
Yo, you be everywhere.
I know, right?
Everything.
So money. No, I'm not with a guy for money. What's the next one?
Okay. Well, no, not you. So it's money, looks.
You know it's always about me.
it's money, looks, and what was the third one? Oh, faithfulness. So out of your 2, which do you need them to have?
Of the three. So
yeah.
2 of the 3, what are you picking?
So wait, it's good looks, money, and what's the other one?
Faithfulness.
What?
Faithfulness.
Oh, definitely that and good looks. No money. You could keep it.
So they gotta have good looks and they have to be faithful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why?
No, well, that's the scale we've gotten like survey, and it's mostly they're handsome and they have to have money. They can't have all 3.
Yeah. He don't need money.
He don't need money. So wait, so he has to have the looks
and be faithful.
Mm-hmm. And good personality. I'm making my own.
And now, listen, I need you to do me a favor. Can you picture in your head what does a person who is faithful with money look like?
You said with money?
Yeah, they're just faithful with money. They don't got the looks. They're just faithful and they have money. What do you think that? Paint the picture in your head. What does that look like to you?
That's a good question. Me, if I was a guy.
It's tough, right?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
All right, so when you enter a relationship, what percentage of faithfulness are you?
100.
You sure about that?
I believe it. I believe it's 100.
100%.
I believe it's 100%.
You're right. I'm 110%.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, you don't think I'm loyal, Joe? That's fucked up. Sorry.
I'm just,
I believe that.
I believe it too. I believe it. I believe the 110. All right. So what about you? What do you think is the average number? What do you feel like the average male goes into a relationship being? What is his percentage of faithfulness?
It depends on his, I don't know. Some guys can just get in relationships just to get in relationships, but maybe 50-50.
50, then that's
so they
shitty.
walk in 50s. Jackie had said that they
you gotta make up the other 50.
So they
Guys
walk in
too
with
damaged.
50.
Guys are too damaged.
You think guys are just damaged from the
Guys.
jump? Not does a woman have no baggage whatsoever? Because it sounds
hard.
like you're judging the person with the baggage, and they already started at 50%. At least give them 60. Jesus, who wants to start a relationship with a half? That's like, oh, he might just cheat on me. That's a terrible percentage.
I know that is messed up.
That's
but
terrible. 60% will get you started. 50%, that's like I don't want to ever go in a relationship like I don't know. This might not be it.
Reasons why I'm not in a relationship.
I see that. I see that.
I don't know. All right.
You caught me off guard. I gotta think of these questions.
Gotta think of these things. Exactly. I can't have these pre-prepped.
But I need to think about it. That was a hard question.
Now you're gonna be thinking about it all day. You're like, damn, what kind of dudes I pick?
Exactly. I don't pick any. That's why.
Your last relationship, what percentage of faithfulness was he?
Starting in and then leaving out.
Yeah. What did he start the relationship with, and what did he leave with?
Probably 10 and now 0.
Jesus,
so why did you accept? Yeah, why accept him if it was only a 10?
Listen, young and dumb. I'm good now.
He probably had two of the other things. He probably had the looks
with the money.
and the money, or just a lot of
yeah, exactly. He didn't have money. He didn't have money.
Oh damn, my man's fucked up from the jump.
He was all trying it out. I was trying it out.
A 10, Alyssa?
So he was just handsome. So you only had one. See, he didn't make it. You gotta have the two, or you're just not gonna make it.
If I had the chance, I'd have a redo.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now I'll know better.
I think everybody should look into that before they jump into anything.
Now I will. Thank you for that.
No problem. That's what we're here for.
I never thought about stuff like this. Now I'm gonna.
See, the therapy without a degree. That's what we're here for.
That's right.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Bye.
That was hilarious.
That was good.
We got one more?
One more. Because now we got to see about what these dudes think the females be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, woman. Let's see what we have for woman. From the other perspective, because we already said our point of view. But I mean, I didn't ask for ourselves. What do we pick? We didn't ask that.
About what?
I like what we pick.
Yo. So, we're recording, and we got a quick question for you. You're live on air. Don't say anything wild.
Yeah, put them on.
All right. What percentage of faithfulness do you feel the average woman goes into a relationship with?
Faithfulness?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much percent do you think that she has going into relate? Like, if you were to rate her, saying, for example, oh, this woman is 100% faithful. But that means she's like very devoted. Like, what do you think the average woman going into any relationship? Where do you think their faithfulness is in percentage?
I'm gonna be completely honest, and I know most men probably aren't gonna want to hear it, but I think most women, whenever they find strong enough interest to go into any relationship with a man, they're typically 100% loyal. I think most women, the minute that they're stuck on a man, they're stuck on a man. Usually when they're no longer stuck on us is when we do some bullshit and then they have to go look for attention from elsewhere.
And the percentage drops.
Yeah, then it starts to drop. But I do think for the most part, most women are usually 100% loyal if they've decided, I want to start building something with this guy.
Wow.
All right, what do you think about men, though? Not including you. We're not including you. What's men? What's our average percentage?
When we go into a relationship.
It's not high.
It's not.
It would be, I would say maybe 40%.
That's what Jackie said.
That was lower. That's lower.
No, yeah.
She said 65.
She said 65?
She said 65. So 40%.
Because honestly, like we can really be into a woman in the beginning, but then we still have this thing of I don't want to throw away all my options just in case, you act up, or just because we're just greedy, so we be like, fuck it. I mean, I can love this girl, but still want to have some other shit on the side.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And then I think
that makes sense.
Ours will increase
based on I guess I don't know, because we're not looking for them to have the money or like we want the handsomeness.
Does ours increase?
Yeah, like during time.
Or he's like, does it just decrease from whoever we started? That's a good point.
I think the level of loyalty, like when men become loyal, it really has nothing to do with the women. Like typically, it gets to a point where in our life we're tired, we're done, we see no purpose in running around with multiple women. So it has less to do with the woman and more just with us and where we're at in life. So like typically, like, yeah, we do become more loyal, but it's not because we found somebody that's just so great. It's just because we just don't want the hassle of the bullshit. We don't want to have to fucking keep lying and telling women we're somewhere else that we're really not. Like, we just get over it. So
well, eventually, right?
Yeah, eventually, you would hope. The one confusing thing for women to understand is that men never change for them. We change for us. We change when we decide that, you know what, we just don't want to live that life no more. And that can happen with any woman. It just determines on what point in life we're at.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true, because I've changed not through other people's influence, but actually my own. I was like, I gotta cut this BS if I'm gonna like just moving forward, and that was just for myself.
Yeah.
So I never,
like for me now, I couldn't imagine having to go through a relationship and cheating, and not because of the woman, and not because I don't want to hurt her. It's just for me, it makes no sense for me and where I'm at in life, because I can just easily say, hey, I don't want to be here no more. Or, you know what, I just rather not be in a relationship. So at a certain point, every man has to decide when are you willing to, like, be 100% honest with yourself, not just for the woman, but just for yourself.
Word. Good shit, bro. Thank you. All right, yo, I'll talk to you.
All right, man.
Peace. Oh, yeah? It just died? All right. We're about to wrap anyway.
So you
it just died, or how long into? It just died right now? It's all right. And did you have anything else or no?
Yeah, I mean, we want to record the closing, or do you even post those anyway?
It's all right. Nah, it's just going to be on a full episode. They'll be all
right.
Yeah, you don't have anything else, right?
For the top. Oh, no, we didn't rate ourselves. So I think we didn't rate our own selves.
Oh, what we go into? Should we? That's a bonus. I feel like they gotta pay me to know what percentages I go into these things.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if they made it this far, they might as well give it to them. Like, we never rated ourselves.
Of what we go into these things with?
It's self-accountability. No, I'm being honest. It's
self-accountability. Okay.
Because you know you got, if you rate yourself a certain way, it's just showing. If we're gonna ask for transparency, we gotta be transparent too.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so you want to go or me go?
Right, I'll go. I would have to say, for handsomeness, I'm gonna put myself at like 75, 80. Because I don't put much effort into that. So, and I'm just being honest with myself.
Okay.
And then in terms of, let's say the money, I would say it's not where I want it to be. It's probably like, I want to say 40%.
Okay.
And in terms of faithfulness, I do agree with Imani, because especially when you go into a relationship, you know, it's always... You always, not to say you get ghosted, but it's hard to be faithful to wishy-washy type people when you're just getting to know them. Because I feel like there's like a normality for when you're talking with somebody that they just stop talking to you without any notice. So it's kind of hard to attach yourself to get that faithfulness from us men. So when I rate myself, it's pretty much based on that interaction. It's not like you talk to somebody and then there's like a solid bond. Not to say it's always going to be a thing, but I think for my faithfulness, it's probably going to be like a 40-50. Like a 40-50. Mainly because it's like how do you can't really show that 100% without scaring that person away. I feel like if you
show that 100,
if you show that 100 as a man,
but you can be. Actually, there's a whole nother topic for another podcast.
Right.
That's actually a really good topic that we should get into. We really should get into is how do you show that level of faithfulness
without scaring the other person away,
or do you show it? Because I could say that you could be 100%, but you don't have to show them 100%.
Yeah, you could absolutely be 100%, but here's the thing: if you're doing that, that means your faithfulness is shown in action. So if you're internally being faithful, then you're gonna be more supportive. You're gonna be there for that person, and it might not be deserving. And I feel like our percentage goes up when we see that person is more deserving of the faithfulness. With women, when they come in, it's automatically 100, and then what happens is they shave it down. It's like when you have a teacher, they say everybody in this class starts with 100, and then it's up to you to maintain that. That's a different mindset, and that's how I feel like when women go into a relationship, when they pick you, they give you start with 100.
That's actually interesting
and then over time you keep fucking up, that percentage goes down. Now, will it go up? It might go up based on your behavior showing it up, but we start off at for them, we give like at a 40-50 because we thinking that you got to work your way up.
So what's your percentage?
Me? No, 40-50.
40-50?
40, like 40% to 50%, the faithfulness will go up pending.
Oh.
Because like, what am I wasting all this fucking energy for if you're not gonna like I don't know you yet. Yes, you can give me 100%, but I don't know what your 100% is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of like they might say they give 100 and they do give 100, but like I don't know what that is. I don't know how much that they're giving because I don't know the interaction. Because you start off small, especially when you're talking to them, and they would love to show you that, hey, I'm actually giving you 100%. But then if they tell you that, they feel like they lost the battle and they're gonna get taken advantage of. So that's why we don't.
Because what you show.
Yeah, what they show and be like, oh, they're gonna. People take advantage of people who are faithful. Are you kidding me?
I think so.
Once you find out, you be like, oh, they're gonna let me get away with murder and blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I can ask her this or that, and they're just gonna give it. And then the people who start off, like I feel like over time, I feel like people their percentage of their faithfulness goes down, and sometimes it never really goes up because they've been scarred. Like I feel like every bad relationship for a woman when they start off at 100%, their next relationship it goes to 90, and then something major happens again. Now they start off at 80. Yeah, it's like they're taking off like 10 points. You know what I'm saying?
I will say though, because I'm gonna get to mine and then we're gonna close this out. But I would say I would say the looks. Give myself a 69. All right.
Why 69, Joe? No one's doing increments of 1%. Why are you doing that number? Why are you doing that number? Joe, why are you doing that number?
I'm saying 69.
Why not 70, man? Why not?
Okay, 70. I think I think 69. But let's say 70.
Oh, I fucking can't, bro.
I'm saying.
This is when you just fucking where's the send nude condom? Where's the product?
Send nudes, therapywithoutdegree.com. It's on there.
Get the promo code on the bottom.
Exactly. Get your condoms, you know what I'm saying? A lot of parents out there, you guys, give it to your kids. But yeah, 69%. 69% for looks. And then I will say the money, I have a different take on it because you said what it is currently. I'm going to say I think, and I'm speaking to existence, that my money is going to be out of here and I'm going to be financially free. So to me, that's a 200%. And I say that because, yes, I don't maybe have that now currently, but I have the vision currently. I have the work ethic currently.
What are we talking about now?
I'm saying that.
No, I get it.
But the reason why I say that is because I think differently, because I say the value in things are worth a lot more than the actual dollar. Like the value of my audience on Instagram is worth a lot more than I have physically. The value in this podcast, the value in your brand. So it's just something to think about, right? So that's why.
So you're shifting financials to value.
Pretty much.
I get it, but I feel like that's just a walk around the answer.
That's just my answer, man.
Bro.
Look, that's my answer. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. And what the faithful, I'll say because I'm so picky, and because I don't just get into relationships just to get into relationships, that if I get into a relationship that shit is my wifey, I'm going in at 100%. Because if it's anything less, we're just fucking around and you're not wifey. So I'm definitely not even close to 10% if you're not my wifey. If you're not wifey, it's like fucking 3%. You're lucky if I text you back. I'm just joking. I'm being dramatic.
So you're saying you give it. So your percent went from 69 to 200 to 100.
In those different categories.
And that's what you see.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not. That's what you believe. That's what you believe.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what to believe. That's what you believe.
No, that's all right. Tell me if she's wifey, 100% faithful. So that's what I got. It's like, yo,
I'm full of shit, bro.
no, I'm just saying.
That's
That's what I got.
Man. Nah, man.
So what do you think my faithfulness is if I get into a relationship right now?
If you got in a relationship right now, that shit's at 10%. That's what I believe.
What?
10%. Absolutely.
What?
Talking about
Hold on.
To getting into a relationship.
Hold on.
Not we're talking
Hold
longevity.
on. If I got into a relationship right now.
I'm talking about right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna write it, and then we're gonna close this episode out. We gotta go. 10%.
Depends on the person, man. That depends on the person.
But you know who I have a very small.
But it depends on the person.
That's
though.
my thing.
But you're talking about right now. We're excluding that. We're gonna say someone that's not that because it's not fair because there was long investment. There's a long investment. That one, that's a 40-50. That's a 40-50.
Think so?
Absolutely, that's a 40-50. For you, that's a 40-50. See, I bumped it up from 10%.
That's funny.
That's a 40-50.
That's funny.
No, it is.
He's like, who's these names?
He's like, I'm being serious because I feel like it also plays in the factor that you need to believe that person also is gonna give you.
But I'm only gonna be in a relationship if I believe that. I don't do these. That's why I've been single for fucking 6 years.
I completely understand, but there's certain people I'm like, nah, man. Like there's something I'm like, oh, I can see that. But this one, oh, absolutely not. That's not gonna be that's a 40-50 to me. Absolutely. You got another one for me? Because it depends. Like I said, it depends on the person.
I have very rare even ones that I've ever even thought would be wifey in the last 6 years. My list is very short.
Well, you know what? Like I have a short. No, my list is it starts off a lot like it's like a bulk and then it gets shrunken down.
Oh, yeah,
I narrow it down.
I am very picky when it comes to wifey. Fucking around and dating is a completely different thing.
Right.
Completely different thing. And I gotta choose my words wisely.
Yes, you do. You have to choose.
Whatever ones are on that list, if it's a small list, if it's a big list, whatever that list is,
right?
They're not wifey though. So that's all 0% or 3%. But the ones that are actually wifey, is very, very few. I'm so fucking picky.
Well, you do have every right to be picky because you're going to be spending the rest of your life with this individual. So you have every right to be picky.
And which is another topic that we're going to do for another day is what we talked about yesterday about after you live with a woman or after people that live with, like if a female lives with a man for a while, right? After they break up in their adult life, they barely ever go back.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
But, all right, anything you shine out for this week?
What am I shining out? Let's see. I'm going to shout out someone who sent me a quote, and this one just kind of changed my way of thinking. It sent me a whole bunch. So this one stuck out to me, and it said that in society we have the world works with two types of individuals, which are pessimists and optimists, optimistic people. And in the quote, it said that a person who's optimistic will create airplanes, right? A person who's pessimistic will create parachutes.
Yeah.
And that made so much sense because in the beginning, it's just like, why would those two even coexist? But they do need to coexist because one is so optimistic that they think nothing wrong in the world. But then the pessimist is not that they're doing anything wrong, but they're just preparing for failure just in case. So obviously, yes, you can make your plane, but I'm going to be working on this parachute to make sure that if worse comes to worse, because they're thinking of the worst, that these are the things that you need to be prepared for. And I'm saying to myself, and I correlated that to relationships and just like close friends, because you might be the one that said, I want to do all this crazy stuff. But then that person that they're not really a pessimist, but they also say, hey, let's think about this moving forward. Let's have these plans in place just in case that doesn't happen. And like, no, this is not going to happen. But there's a balance. So that's even when you're raising a kid.
That shit will change your whole fucking life.
Right. Like even when you're raising kids, those parental units, it doesn't matter whether it's man, woman. It doesn't matter. But those two parental figures one's going to be optimistic and the other is going to be pessimistic.
I talk about that all the time on here. I say perspective.
It's a balance.
It's a perspective.
Yeah, but there's a balance in that perspective opposed to just being one. I can't have two optimisms because then it's going to be chaos because they're not thinking of the repercussions. Yeah. So you need to have, and you can't have two pessimistics because now you're pushing everybody away.
Yeah, there's a healthy balance to it.
So there's a healthy balance. So when you're finding someone, if you believe that you're the optimistic person, the person that you're talking to most likely will be someone that has a little bit of pessimist in them. More so than if that ends up,
it's a sad truth.
It's a sad truth. Unfortunately, we don't think about that, but they're the ones that. And if you're the pessimistic, usually you're gonna mess with someone who's very optimistic, and that's just how it works.
That is interesting. So someone sent you that quote?
Yeah, they sent me that quote, and they sent me a whole bunch of quotes, but that one stuck out to me, so I want to shout out to them.
Yeah, and put it up on the page, on the therapy page on the Instagram at a group.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that up.
Quote. But I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Val. Val has been doing her thing now for a few months on her own, hustling. So I just want to give a shout out to her because I know how hard it is sometimes as an entrepreneur when you're out here just hustling and moving, and she's out in the city. So, she's I'm proud of her. You know what I'm saying? She's out here working. You know,
making
she was
moves.
Yeah, she was on a podcast.
Yeah, I saw it. It was like a show.
Yeah, she was on that. She was meeting a lot of different teams. She's networking. She's killing it. She's doing her thing. So shout out to her. And other than that, I think that's all I got. You got anything?
Who, me?
Yeah, you got anything?
No. Actually, I started an account. Started a car account. It's called I Am Zain Auto. You can follow that on Instagram, and that's the only place I have at the moment. I'm gonna be shooting cars, so anybody with a fast car, an exotic car, please hit me up, so we can set up a shoot, and I take pictures with you, the car, or just the car itself. But I'm starting this whole traveling journey. I want to kind of take this over from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Let's do it, yo. Let's make it happen. All right, people. Therapy without a degree. We out here. Peace.